Welcome to the Model Car Hobby Headquarters Unpodcast with your host, Luca C. Now here he is, Luca C. Well, hello my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? This is a strange Unpodcast. We haven't done one when we got someone live here in the studios. We've got Jim Rogers from Salvinos JR Models. Passing through town, thought he'd stop in and we'd have a little talk about some things.
Yes, sir.
We got some neat things to
We got some
talk
cool
about.
stuff.
Get my water out of the way. And thanks a lot for stopping in. Good to see you.
I always enjoy.
Enjoy
stopping off in Phoenix.
Yeah. We haven't gotten together in a while.
Meeting you for pancakes or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Felix is giving you a hard time there too. Felix got him as he came in the house.
Felix is a good kid.
Set him straight. He's still running the show somewhere. But you brought something neat, something that is like the future of model cars.
This is the future.
This is the future, right?
And
here.
That's the future too.
Yeah.
The vinyl wraps. Those are the future.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just doing some innovative stuff.
Yep.
Neat little in the USA company that's giving us some great model kits for us NASCAR lovers, and this is the car that this coming week we got the Busch Clash, right?
That's right.
Or the Busch Light Clash. Is that what they're calling it?
Whatever it is.
The Busch Clash. The first time we're going to be seeing the next gen cars, and here already a model.
Anger. Yes.
All right. So
looking forward to it.
Yeah, he brought the test shots. Still in development, getting ready.
Still doing some tweaking on stuff, but those should be just about done, and the molds are being made. So we're going to have these things popping pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to build one. Yeah, I'll tell you, now that I'm getting a look at one in person, and this is just, like you said, this is like one of the first ones out just for you to test fit and make sure.
Rick has one built, and I have one built, and those are the only ones that are actually assembled.
That's just to find the little quirks and whatever you need to change and stuff. And
it's been a long time since I actually designed one start to finish with all of the parts.
Yeah.
The first one was the Gray Ghost.
Yeah.
And that one I think took me...
Right there.
Yep. I think that took me a year and a half to do, because I was actually learning CAD at the time.
You didn't know what you were doing. You didn't even
sometimes
know the
I still don't, but I muddle through the best I can.
Yeah.
But this, I think what has bitten me on this is, I don't want it to come off the wrong way, but saying I was trying to be too good. I was trying to be too tight and too close, and some of the things are a little bit too tight, a little close. So next ones need to be sloppier.
Yeah, there you go. It's a learning experience.
Exactly. And sometimes you can't actually tell what you've got. Even if I can print them, a print's not quite good enough. We have to have the samples and actually then assemble them and make sure that things work and fit, and I didn't leave anything out or put too much. And
the black body.
Yep, the black body looks. Black body looks cool. I mean, when when Kurt Busch has his black, is it going to be a Mustang?
Kurt? No, I don't think so.
Whatever, it's gonna be the black.
Yeah.
Well, Rick and I were talking about that today. He needs to have the Dayglow green of the Monster.
Oh yeah.
Wheels. The wheels to match. That would just look too cool.
Green wheels would look so cool on. I love.
Right now, this looks like rock and roll shoes.
Yeah.
Black shoes with white soles.
Yeah, no kidding. That is so super cool. The Camaro turned out really beautiful. Looks like the car we've seen on the internet.
Yep. Rick did not, until he actually got the first body samples and got to start to looking at them, he didn't realize how good looking this car actually is in reality. Yeah. And now every time he drives down the street, and he says, that looks just like our car when he sees the Camaros. So they're and they look like street cars. The Mustang looks like a street Mustang. I'll be starting that before too long. I'll probably be starting the Toyota first.
Yeah.
It depends on which licensing comes through.
Right, but
we will have all 3 of them.
You're going to do all 3 this year.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And then if Chrysler comes in, I'm going to be doing a Dodge, whatever their car is. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
Yeah. So those are going to be awesome.
I tell you,
I'm going to be a busy boy this year.
Yeah, you are. I mean, when you took on this job, you couldn't tell anybody. Mm-hmm. And we
had to lie to the world over that, but you guys understand. We
couldn't say nothing.
We couldn't say anything.
Wanted to make some sort of announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you couldn't put any pictures of what it is. But you had to have something to say what you were doing. It was an announcement for the. I'll put that right. You see that right there? You like that? I'll do it again for you. Ooh. Oh.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
Magically.
I love that stuff. I'm good like that. But it was a situation of you were making an announcement that you had a deal with Hendrick and NASCAR.
That's right.
And you had to have something on there, and you couldn't put the next gen cars.
I probably had stuff for 4 months.
Oh, yeah.
And the teams didn't even have it.
Yeah.
So it was, and there were some people that didn't want that information out for us to work from. But we didn't share it. We kept it quiet, and nobody's going to see our files other than the machinists.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're mostly done with those. But,
and that's what you did. So if some of you don't know, NASCAR actually provided Jim with all the CAD drawings of the real car.
Yes.
And as you said to me, it was like laying tracing paper down. You basically
this is even better than tracing paper. That's when I can get a scan of something. That's like tracing paper.
Oh yeah.
But nobody is going to have any grounds to complain about any surface on this, because all of the visual surfaces of this entire thing are their files. That skin on the hood, the body shape, everything is theirs. All I did was add a material thickness. So that was my part of this, and make it moldable.
Yeah.
And then I'll also make it assemblable, and that's where we are right now, is tweaking those.
All the parts. Now he brings the trees, and I don't know if you guys notice this. This is unpigmented plastic. It's a little bit
that is virgin styrene.
Yeah. So this is what it really looks like. So even the white has a pigment in it when it's white. The part I was like, okay, I got to see this, and Jim busts this tree out for me. If you can see that, but the detail of the control arms, I couldn't wait to see that. Just nailed it all. It looks great, and those coilovers look spectacular. Where do you guys see this?
There's a little addition we did to the lower A-arms for the rear, because Rick, when he assembled his, because they look symmetric, but they're not.
No.
And he accidentally got one of his, so he's got one wheel forward and one wheel back. So what I've done is on the tree, there's going to be little tabs with arrows. And the arrow will be, and it'll be on the instructions, arrow points to the front, and the arrow is on the top side. So when you cut them off the tree, you just got to make sure you don't flop it. But you'll know which is the top and which is forward.
Good, good thinking. And that's why you do these pre-assemblies.
That's exactly. That's why we go through and deal with the screw-ups.
And you see all of the parts that are this is all the brakes. Look at the pulleys and the belts. You got the scale of the belts. Nice. Usually on model kits, the belts are really thick. This looks like it's
these are better than previous ones I've done.
Yeah, definitely really nice stuff. Yeah, this is exciting. This is an exciting time because in past, whenever there'd be a new car in NASCAR or any form of racing, it'd be a year before the model companies would have it out.
At least.
And here, the cars haven't even hit the track, and we've got test ones sitting here. I mean, it's real. It's happening.
We won't have them out in time for Daytona. They should be coming out probably March 1st, maybe. Cross your fingers. It
Yeah,
could be
but
early March.
it's because you want them to be right. It's better.
Exactly.
It's better for them to be right than to be, and be a little late or be on time. Yeah.
This Rick and I have talked it over several times. This kit is going to be in production for. It's going to be relative for at least 10 years. They're going to be driving.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not those bodies, but these chassis. They're going to be doing these for 10 years.
Oh yeah, this chassis is going to last a long time.
So he said, okay, let's take our time and make sure everything is I hesitate to say perfect, but that's an imperfect perfect. Let's just say as absolutely correct as we can possibly get it. And buildable, and the buildable part right now is what we're working on, and it'll be done. But right now we've got some beautiful parts. I mean, even one of the things we had to play around with is though the wheel face goes on the brake spindles, it was a little wobbly. It goes on real nice with glue and it sticks, but we went back and the opening was, I think, 10 thousandths larger than the spindle. It's now 5 thousandths larger than the spindle. So that it's going to be a little bit snugger, and it'll fit without the little bit
that'll
of
be nice.
Wobbly.
So will it be something that if a builder wants these to still be rollable, it can be rollable, or is it something that you glue on?
It'll be rollable if they. It's not intended to be. Let's just say that.
Okay.
But if they want to drill a little pin or put, glue on a little washer face on that spindle like the nut to hold it on, they could do that.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't design it with any sort of a ring. I could have a little ring lip on that spindle so it'd go on and snap. But oh well.
Well, I'm
the design. The mold maker would probably freak out if I threw yet another wrinkle at him.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't like mine to roll, but that comes more from the days when they were kind of more considered toys.
Yes.
I keep messing around with this thing because I can't keep my eyes off it. I'm really thrilled about it. I'm looking forward to building one. They're going to be so cool. Oh yeah, and then I can't wait till the Mustang. Mustang, that one.
Yeah, I know.
That one looks. That one's just the best looking of the three.
I think so.
To me, and that I like the Mustangs, but it is I actually just really like the car the best.
Yeah.
So, but this Camaro looks dynamite. Yeah, this is a neat new era, I think, in NASCAR. I think it's going to bring more people to NASCAR, and those people are going to see these at the tracks and want to get into the hobby.
I think that the Clash this next weekend is just as crazy as it is. It might be one of the most brilliant things to hit this sport since Days of Thunder. And Tom Cruise in his high heel boots. What? Having it, they said 70% of the ticket buyers have never been to a NASCAR race.
Wow.
So that many people coming. It's going to be prime time on I think Fox.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic for the sport and people coming in. And I think what's going to be so good about this car is all of a sudden we've got some tremendous young drivers. And they've got younger fans.
Yep.
And younger fans who never built models. They didn't have models to build. All of a sudden they're gonna find there's all the Hendrick guys. And some other guys will come up with down the line.
Oh yeah.
But those younger fans are gonna be able to buy these. They're not gonna be able to get a diecast for quite some time, but they'll be able to buy these. And being in color and with the vinyl wraps, it's going to be a little easier, a little more accessible. All of a sudden, we're going to get some. I think we're going to get some younger builders into the hobby.
I think so.
Even if those younger builders are in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah. But I think it's going to bring them. I think they're going to be interested because the cars are striking. There's just going to be new fans, new people coming in. It is going to be interesting to see what happens. That's the whole reason why NASCAR chose to do this crazy thing in LA that everybody seems to be I mean, there's so many people that have a bad attitude about it, or think it's how stupid is that, but I don't know. The more and more I see the layout of that track, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting race.
I think
it's gonna be something we've never seen.
Now I don't think we're gonna see the guys do serious damage, but I think they're gonna beat the snot out of each other.
I think there's gonna be a little bit of beating and
it's
banging.
gonna be fun to watch
because that's a tight little track, but it's like they compare it to Bowling Green, Bowman Gray.
Yes.
I drove by it a few times. I remember years ago I saw that place. But yeah, I mean they've been racing there for years, and I guess Junior went there and drove one of these cars over there and said it did really good. So these cars will probably do really good there at this at the Coliseum. It's something different, something neat. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I think everybody's looking forward to seeing these new cars and what they're going to do.
Yeah, and I think it's going to put the doubters, just calm them.
Oh,
because how are they going to get? It's going to be terrible with the one lug, and it's going to be terrible with this, and the new suspension, and how are these guys going to figure out the tires, and on and on and on, and I hate the numbers.
Oh,
you know what?
I love the numbers.
I don't look at the numbers. I look at the colors and I'll recognize, except for the 43 on the roof. That's the one. That's the one I'm looking for. That's our. We've been licensed with them for a long time. We got to root for the 43.
You got to. So that's been behind you since the beginning.
Exactly, and we're still going to be doing their stuff for a long time to come.
You know what? You can't lose with Richard Petty. You just can't. I mean, that's going to go on for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, how can you be? Look at how that thing looks. Just a body sitting there. I don't know. Can you guys? Is it seeable?
It might be too low.
Maybe
it's just barely on there, but yeah, that works. I think your experiment with the Tamiya.
Yeah, the clear. Definitely. I definitely feel like that stood up. That's only like 2 coats on there, and like I said, when I get another one of these, I want to really lay it out.
I wonder what lacquer would do.
Well, it probably would do that because the Tamiya is a synthetic lacquer. Now it's formulated already to be able to go onto plastic directly, so it's not really that hot. But if you're going to use just regular lacquer, it's worth a try. If you do it in very light coats a couple times and let it sit, and then you can come back and blast it. Yeah, it's that first where people have issues is when they put those first coats down really heavy. With any hot, like a lacquer, it's a very chemically hot.
Well, I'm very pleased at your experiment.
Yeah, I am too. Who the heck knew? And but it definitely like I did it on that Tamiya Mustang GT4 when I got a hold of that. I had to get that done fast. That's why I had. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna put the decals on the plastic, do the white car, and I shot a complete can of Tamiya clear on that thing. Yeah. And it was dynamite. It's still looking good. I got it in my cases. I love that car. I want to build another one of those too. And this reminds me a lot of that too. That's the thing. That the way that kit was, but this one has an engine. To me, so yeah, this is going to be really cool. I tell you, man, there's a lot going on in this thing. It's really an interesting race car, and there's a ton of stuff happening there. Wait till you guys see this when you get one.
And also as we started doing the assembly, we've had our instructions going a certain way. As we started doing the assembly, we realized, we got to juggle some of the steps around. Yeah. Because of just the difficulty of putting some parts into certain places, and because of material thicknesses, it bit us like the prop shaft hump. Yeah. Well, it's fine in reality, and the drive shaft that I had was perfect, except 50 thousandths wall thickness on the drive shaft. The hump bumped into the drive shaft, so I've had to change the drive shaft a little bit. Noticed afterwards that they didn't have that back neck duct in the side windows. So that's been changed. They already had the windows done, and NASCAR decided to go back and put the little square opening.
Oh yeah. You were saying.
In fact, this is the upgraded. They did it, and there was a little notch.
Okay.
And I had them go back and clean that up, and then it's got the 6 little slots in the back window.
Yeah.
So
the clear tree. You got it's nice and thin, and it doesn't really. I mean, it's not going to distort. You can see everything really good. That windshield's fantastic looking. It's got the rivet detail, and then that.
And
the hole right there.
The windshield also, I had to go back and I had to trim off like about a 1/16 of an inch on the bottom of the windshield.
Oh, really?
Because it was bumping into the hood. But we got that done and worked out fine. So some stuff you can see it on the computer and it looks one way, and then other stuff you actually have to assemble it to see how things fit.
Yeah, so. and that's the thing, and that's where if you got to push the date back, you got to push the date back just to make it right.
It's a month, and it's gonna gonna make sure that everything is correct.
Right.
As close to correct as possible. It's never going to be perfect, but we just got to settle for really good.
Well, yeah, really good. We got to have really good
or great. We can go with great,
but you're still doing something that's never been done in the sense of, like I said, when the Buick, for instance, back in the early '80s, it was a good year after the car got on the track that Monogram was able to come out with the kit. So you're still, these kits, people are going to be building them at the beginning of the NASCAR season.
Yeah,
a totally brand new car.
They're going to be available, of course, on our website, on local stores, but they're also going to be on the trailers, the Hendrick trailers, the GM trailers. Once we get the others, they'll go on to other team trailers and stuff like that.
So people, and you'll be able to do them with the teams that you're working with. If they have a new livery, you'll be able to do a kit of the car for that race.
I think I've got 2 sets of livery for every one of them already.
Really? Wow.
So I got a Hooters done.
I saw that.
Got a Liberty University that nobody gets to see for a while. There's going to be plenty. When people say, "Well, what happens when you sell out all 5,000? What am I going to do?" Well, we may not have the Chase in the Napa car, but we're going to have 5,000 Chase in the Hooters cars. And then if those go, well, we'll have 5,000 of Chase and something in one of the others. So there will be Chase kits. There will be Kyle kits. There will be Alex and William kits.
Yeah.
They may not be the ones particular that somebody wants, but we will have another one for them.
Yeah, but that's where like Mike's decals will come in. They're going to be.
Who's Mike's? I don't know anything about what Mike's does. Shh, we don't talk about that.
You always can count on the aftermarket too.
Yeah, we don't talk about the aftermarket stuff because
that's their deal.
That's somebody else's deal. That's not ours.
Yep.
So,
but it's just going to be so fun to have a new fresh race car.
Yep.
It's going to be. I mean, it's when you guys see this, you're going to get excited about it. It is a neat kit. It is definitely, the next level.
I have been so excited about this since sometime in summer when it started to congeal.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the things on the computer and I'm getting excited about it, and Rick's kind of going yeah until I finally sent him some videos of it turning on the computer, and he kind of went, "Oh wow!"
That's what it is.
So we're all super amped and excited about this because it's going to be great for the hobby, and it's going to be great for us.
Yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, this is going to be really great for you guys. Yeah, it looks so fantastic. I'm really excited about this. I've been excited with You know, I've been all day today. Knew you were coming by. I knew you were bringing this. I was looking forward to being able to hold it in my hand.
I am looking forward to being able to seeing your unboxing videos and the other guys their unboxing videos.
I already have one. I have one picked out of what I'm going to do when I get a hold of one of these. It'll be different, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be building one right away once it out. You know, because I got one of your other ones I've been working on, which is you know what a difference, huh? Mm-hmm. And this, I have to say, I built a Monte Carlo first, which was your first design. Mm-hmm. And when I put this one together, I noticed I already see improvements in this roll cage.
Each one
you've learned.
Yeah, each one the roll cage is different because it's for that car.
Exactly.
But I was never really happy with the roll cage for the first one. I was ignorant. That was my first one. I didn't know, but there's stuff that I learned and went with on that. So the assembly of that worked with larger surfaces rather than just pins and holes.
Yeah.
So that goes together a lot easier, and that's why the roll cage for this will go together so much better, because this one you put the firewalls and the sides on, and then 2 cross members, and you don't do anything to that for 6 or 8 or 10 steps. And the last thing you do after you've got all those put together is drop in the top.
Yeah.
Glue on the top. So you've got everything in there and everything done. So, in fact, in working with this, I realized that in the assembly, to actually take the prop shaft hump and glue on the shifter and glue on the right leg bolster to that.
Oh, okay.
While it's out, before you actually put it in.
Yeah. And
you've got most everything done, and then you can just kind of put it in and wiggle it, and it just goes pop right in place. Nice. So that should be helpful.
And that's how you're designing your instructions too.
I'm going back and changing some steps around, so it makes it easier doing it that way. And that way you can have your drive shaft glued into your transmission, and then feed that in through the hole in the back of the firewall, and feed it into the back of the clutch bell.
Yeah, because that's all enclosed.
Exactly. And then after that's done, then you put the drive shaft hump on it. Nobody's ever going to see the drive shaft. You can leave it out if you want.
Yeah,
but you know it's in there.
But you know it's there.
That's it.
And that's what counts.
Yeah. There's a couple other parts I left off because they weren't that important.
And they weren't going to be seen.
And they're not going to be seen. And it's something I can go back and I can print them. And make those available.
That'd be cool.
You might be even to sell resin parts, resin upgrade parts.
Maybe.
So, because I'm too busy I'll be too busy with a Toyota and a Ford and a Dodge and a Plymouth Roadrunner that I'm working on.
Oh, the Roadrunner.
And then when I get the Roadrunner done and all those done, then I got to get back onto the Superbird. So,
jeez, I tell you what, that Roadrunner I am looking forward to.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
I gotta.
That one. We got a scan. We purchased a scan, and it's a scan of one of Richard's cars.
Oh,
nice. And the important part is Rick said one of the model companies made the nose too short, somebody else made them too long. This is going to be correct.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Yeah,
that's going to be real nice.
So this will be sweet. It'll go on this chassis.
Yeah.
But I'm going back and I'm making some changes on that. I'm making the wheel openings for the back. Those are larger. They're also set back a little bit so the wheel can go up a little bit more. Okay. I've done some changes so the pumpkin can go up a little bit more. I'm going to add some details so it just has a better look to it.
Yeah.
I've numbered the holes on the underside so is number 1 the closest one or the farthest one? So they're numbered for when you put them together for the different kits. So
yeah. Yeah, that can be helpful. 'Cause the first one I did, as we know, you saw that in my video, and hey, you didn't put it in the right hole. We got it correct on this one, though.
Yep.
But I don't know if you've seen, because you've been traveling all day.
Yeah.
I put a video out today on what I did under here.
I did not.
To hide.
Oh.
This has been a hit, just to hide the ejector.
The seam?
Hide
Oh, and the
ejector, and
pins?
and then
Yeah.
fill all the
Yeah.
all the open spots, because I mean it's a give and take when you're doing ejection plastic molds.
You're gonna have the pin marks.
You gotta have
someplace.
it. Yeah. So I just actually it's I hope I don't destroy his name. It was funny. I was working on this video, and then on one of the, I think it was the Salvinos. What's it? Salvinos JR parts.
Oh, the parts pit and scrapyard.
Yeah.
Ray Lawson Jr.
Yeah. So, but Rick, our Australian friend Rick.
Oh,
Rick,
Beal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Beal? Yeah.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, Rick, and he had put that he was doing this because he says, I'm just too lazy to sand and putty and all that. So
Is it tape?
And no, it's plastic. It's very thin plastic.
Yeah.
And he was doing that, and I go, I'm doing a video right now of that. So I put that out, but it just gives you an opportunity to kind of cover it up, and once it's painted, it's just an easy way to do that.
Thinking out loud, I wonder if it would actually be better to have that put in the mold, flip the other way, so the ejector pins are actually on the inside.
No, I would, if I had my choice, that would be what I would have done if I was doing this kit. I would have put them on this side. It's a lot easier.
You know what? I will also suggest. Hey, how about putting ejector pins for some of those parts like we do on the glass?
Yeah.
That way, that way it lifts it out. Let's see. Did they do that on the hood on this?
See, that's one thing I noticed on this.
Yeah, there's no pins in the hood.
Yeah,
so
I noticed that
I told them
they're in really good locations on this.
I told them where I did not want them.
Yeah.
I told them that intersection, you see that part of the floor.
Yeah.
I don't want any pin marks. So other places, the ejector pins are there, but not there. But you know what? I'm going to tell them to do that.
Yeah.
So that's going to eliminate.
That would work. That
will
really
eliminate the pin marks. So
but I mean, every model kit from Revell to Tamiya, AMT. I mean, there's the ejector pin marks. It's something we've always had to deal with, and if you want to get rid of them, it's just an option.
Oh, one of the things I did, I should have, if I'd have thought I could have printed something out to show you, the back section. You know how the Band-Aid fix of the truck arms, especially the shocks with the funky little saddles. I went and I changed the frame so that, flip it upside down, so that this is notched straighter, and right down here there's a nice little round flat with a hole in it.
Oh, nice.
And now the springs will fit right in there. And the springs, if you get them upside down, right side up, it doesn't matter, because it's going to have the same pin on both sides, and you can just put
nice.
them in. Yeah. So it'll be much easier and much better. You'll still have that same tree with the truck arms, but you won't use the springs on that side, because you'll have the springs with.
And this is going to be on the old GM cars.
This will come to life with the new Roadrunner.
Oh, okay.
And then it will be incorporated in all future 124.
Yeah, because when I was doing the Monte Carlo, that was a fiddly part there. That'll be a nice.
I did the best I could.
Well, I remember when that all went down. That was a quick fix, a good quick fix. You had to put that together. It's worked. It's fine, but and now you're getting your opportunity to kind of change them and make them a little better. I think that's a great thing
for the guys who really want to go nuts. They can get real springs and little pins in there, and so it'll look like
they can
a
do
real
it.
spring. Yes,
I'm not going to.
Yes, you can do that.
You can do it, not me.
Though I did love your video on the stanchions.
Oh,
the
yeah.
handrail
Aren't
stanchions.
those cool?
I thought that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I got that's an idea from the old modelers from the '80s. They handed that down. I've been doing that, for a long time from those guys. I sometimes wouldn't finish models because I take them that extreme.
Yep.
And I've gotten to be more of just wanting to stick to the kit.
I've got a model that I designed. It's a one-off. It's gonna be just for me. I've printed my parts. I have a 1/9 scale 1982 430 XC Husqvarna Desert Rocket.
Wow.
And it's nice. It's really nice. But what's holding me up, I've got my parts printed. I've got to machine the triple clamps for it.
Gee whiz.
Because it's going to be too heavy and I knew it would just break. So I had to buy a CAD machine for a CAD mill. And I haven't quite learned how to run it yet. So when I get that build, it's going to be really cool.
So this will be 100% your model. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that. When do you think you're going to build that model?
Whenever I can machine the triple clamps.
That's the joy of model building.
I'll show you pictures of it later.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah. Now that will be something interesting. You definitely get that together and have to start taking that to shows.
If I do,
not a model car builder or model vehicle builder. That's cool.
And I want to make it look raced. I want to put some dents in the rims and the tank and oil and dust and dirt.
You're speaking
road hard, put up wet.
Yeah, you're speaking my language right there on model building. Yeah, that's the funnest. That is the funnest. Watch Andy's videos. He shows you how to do that. I'll even show you a model that I did a little bit of that on. Watching Andy's videos on how to kind of relic and chip and make it kind of used. It's fun. I love doing that stuff. That stuff's so fun. But this is really neat seeing this and looking forward to when this kit comes out.
Well, thank you for letting me invade your inner sanctum. And,
anytime.
And I still want to see the model building room. That's
You'll be the first.
Awesome.
Outsider.
I will feel so privileged.
You should. I haven't even let BG in there yet.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Well, let's see, I think there's only 3 builders. 3? 4 who have, hey, Felix!
Here comes the producer.
Only 3 or 4 who have seen the inside of the barn.
Oh, really?
There are reasons why the Salvino's flag is behind me. It's
yeah, that's what I warned him about. I don't think anybody might.
Lord help me if the local fire inspector comes in,
we got a visitor. Here he comes. Here comes the boy.
Oh.
Yeah. He's checking on us, making sure we're doing this show right.
That's right.
Right?
Chief producer.
My pal. Yeah, that's I got some neat things to show you.
I've got Mia. You've got him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, Jim, I really appreciate you coming all the way from Waco, Texas.
I drove all the way out here to Phoenix just for this.
Just for this show.
Yes.
Yeah, we believe that. And
I'm gonna be in Southern California for another week.
Yeah, why not? Since you were heading out,
I came to this part of Phoenix just for this. So.
Heck yeah, we've been talking about doing something like this for a long time. Yeah, it worked out perfect. Perfect night to have it happen. They happen to be shutting my store down tonight, so I got to have the night off.
Oh,
that's how that worked out, right? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys, be on the lookout for this kit when it comes out. It's going to be cool. And, well, you know the rules of this show.
I do.
Were you practicing all the way here in your
No, but I know it.
Do you know it?
Keep cutting your fingers and keep gluing the styrene together.
Perfect. I love it that way. And here's the producers.